it's like I'm about to interview a Brad Pitt.
Hello.
Hello, Ozo.
Hello.
I'm seeing Ozo. It's like I'm about to interview a Brad Pitt. Can you imagine?
No. It's still the same name.
Also, you're looking very fresh. You're looking very fresh.
But
See your
that's what
skin.
happens. That's what happens when you're in an air conditioned environment for like 9 weeks or more now. So your skin is always going to look different.
Yeah, I just spoke to Tricky. He said that's what he said. He said that's what this is about. Biggie's house. The AC is
Exactly.
on 24/7. There's food. There's
Chop
drink and
like king
everything.
style. Exactly.
I saw the video of you and your mom when you came out. That was so emotional.
Thank
That was
you.
so emotional. That was so touchy. She must
Yeah,
have.
I mean, yeah, like that whole feeling of I mean, this is your child, and then your child you've been seeing your child behind the screen for 9 weeks. So even for me on my own side, seeing my mom was really enjoyable to me. One I'm always going. She felt the same way I felt, and as family, and also being a child, you always have that bond with your parents. So regardless of where you see them, no matter how old you are, you're still a
Yeah.
child, you know. So I know there will always be certain points where we would feel like, okay, we can do things on our own, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like, they saw you when you were peeing and pooing on yourself, so you're always going to be a kid in their eyes. So that, for me, that moment will always be special for sure.
Yeah. From what I deduced from that hug with your mom, it just shows that you guys were you were brought up in love. Like there was so much love around, so much love
Oh
around.
yeah, and I mean, like I said, I grew up in a family where we're not from like the most wealthiest of backgrounds, but my parents taught us that you have a dad and mom that are willing to sacrifice a whole lot for their kids, like go the extra mile and sacrifice and make sure that we had um, everything we need, more than enough. That's what my parents did for me and my sisters, and it's just it's been a dream having the four of them as parents. Still, no matter how much you may think you're failing, they always want you to believe that you can still push on and succeed in life. And having them as parents have been the best gifts God has given me in my life for sure. And they raised us with having lots of love, care, loyalty, trust. But then at the
Yeah.
core value of everything, how they raised us up was humility. And these are like traits that my sisters and I have a whole lot now.
Your younger sister, you guys, have you seen her? I mean, like, I know you talked about her a lot in the house. The one that is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen each other?
No. So right now it's been so much of calls and everything. Her birthday was yesterday, and yeah. So and it was nice that the way we were able to celebrate it as well. So no, but I'm definitely going to see her this week anyway. I would.
Okay. I'll go back to your family because I love your family.
Thank you.
I mean I mean like when you were in the house and the family picture came out, the father is a lawyer, the father is a doctor. Your mom is a professor, I think. A professor.
Yeah, she lectures. She also has a PhD as well.
Yeah. Then you have two sisters that are medical doctors.
Yeah.
Then also I know you're a first class brain, as in
Yeah.
like hot. Then your
Now,
sister is
education is very important in my family. So yeah,
mm,
that's how we also grew up as well.
okay. Now I know I also noticed I know that you love sports a lot. You love that. I mean,
Yeah.
like when I think of Ozo, that's what comes to my mind. And it just sad that we are still struggling because they say that our leaders claim that they want to give the younger generation the chance to lead and everything. And I know that you are so deep into that sector. If let's assume that now you're out of the house, you are given an opportunity to and that kind of appointment to consult for the government, whether federal or state. Will you grab that opportunity?
I feel like in situations like that, the one question I always ask myself is, uh, am I bringing up some type of change? Because most times it's one thing sitting in a position and you're uh, you're maybe like just enriching yourself, but then you're really not being able to do so many things. So my aim has always been to get in a position where I know that I'll be able to do something. So it's not just about saying, okay, yes, we will do, but it's about yes, we will do, and we're going to dedicate ourselves to doing it. You know. So if we're able to answer that question and say, yes, we would do something. Yes, we would like to improve the a certain sector or whatever stuff it is. Yes, we want to bring structure to a certain sector because Nigerians always run away. We always run away from our country because we believe the system doesn't work, or we say there's no structure. But if you're able to implement a structure, structures are just like you make sure that there's a stable foundation, then you're going to be able to excel. And part of that whole thing is about having growing pains, because we have this whole thing where we want to start something today and see reap the benefits tomorrow. But that's not how life works. Everything takes time for you to get to a certain point. And I always use this example with like Iceland. The weather there is really cold. So what they did was, in terms of like their football development, they built lots of indoor football training centers and took kids. So instead of the kids to be on the streets trying to play rough games or rob people or smoke and drink, they brought these kids into those training facilities and trained them in playing football. Now, their team that went to the Euros and the World Cup, the players in that team were between like the ages of 12, 13, something around that time. And by the time they were at the Euros and the World Cup, many of them were like their mid-20s or late 20s. So you can see the time, it took them almost a decade to get there. Not saying that us is going to take us a decade to get there. It may take us less, it may take us more. But it's all about, if I get into any position, would the answer be yes, we want to improve or want to develop? But then, yes, also, are we going to dedicate ourselves to improve and develop? So those are like questions that I would always ask myself, regardless of any position that I get. But if the opportunity comes and it's a place where I could fill a gap and help things improve, without a doubt, for sure.
Okay. Now, also, like I also sorry, somebody just asked a vital question. Someone said I have adopted Ozo, my future son-in-law. Ozo, you're in trouble.
Thank you very much.
Everybody's saying that they want an Ozo in their life. They want an Ozo
Nah,
in
you
their
know,
life.
like, no, not really. See, the thing is, everyone is different. Like who you are, you are. You're going to meet many people that have like different countenance than myself, and they're also still going to be great people as well. So, but thank you for the love. I'm really grateful for sure.
Ozo is very grateful for the love. Thank you guys, because I'm well in my head right now. I think I'm interviewing Brad Pitt though. I'm not trying to make. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm interviewing a superstar in my head right now.
Thank you very much.
So let's assume that federal government gives you an appointment now and makes you the first minister of sports, the first youngest minister of sports. What are the three things you do to change that sector?
Improve, bring about sports education. And sports education for me is something really, really important.
Three things you're going to do. Three things you're going to do when you get that, if that opportunity comes.
So three things would be, one would be implement, make sure that sports education really comes into the forefront. Secondly would be to always have the stakeholders and other administrators of all the sporting sectors involved in any rehabilitation process that we want to get done. Then thirdly is going to be to ensure that the talent identification process, like all facets of sports, football, track and field, every talent identification process is really, really improved. And the part about sports education, I've talked about it a couple of times, where if you have someone who has studied like a sports degree, so that person understands what's needed to work in that industry. So you wouldn't have people that study different courses or degrees coming and learning on the job. Not like they don't do good jobs, they do good jobs. But if you have someone that studied a sports degree, so the person knows sports finance, football management, all those kind of courses, So if you have someone that is like in a financial department of a federation, the person understands means to go through like financial statement of a federation or of a football club. Then when it comes to ensuring that the stakeholders and administrators are involved in any rehabilitation process that is going to be done, it's simply down to the fact that you would have, okay, in 2009, a sports rehabilitation proposal was passed through, and 61% of the stakeholders and administrators in Nigeria had no idea that that document was passed through. So what are you rehabbing if the stakeholders have no idea about what you're trying to do? So you need to get everyone involved. And on the part of talent identification is to make sure that we're able to find these talents really early. For example, in track and field, many people should know that you can improve someone's speed. So let's say someone runs 100 meters of 10.8. You can improve that person's speed by teaching the person how to get off the blocks quickly. And we all know that if you start teaching someone something at a very young age, as the person grows, most times the person will keep getting better and better and better. And we need to ensure that all these aspects of the sports industry really, really get improved. And yeah, that's what we need to do. I don't want to use football because for many of the interviews I've used, I've been using football a whole lot. So I just wanted to use track and field this time.
Okay. Also, now, did you also think that the government they need to do a lot to really involve the young people in the sports sector? Because I think that a lot of them are outdated. Our so-called our leaders. I think we need the young generation like you to bring everything into the. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm someone that my dad will always tell me, he's like, you need to be deserving of an opportunity, and it's one thing where I know that there are millions of people like myself, maybe millions of people more dedicated than myself, that want to have this opportunity to help change things and make things better. So I think it's all down to the leaders we have now. How do they see things? How do they see us improving? And until we're able to work together and we're able to accept, because one thing how I always see is any victory for Africa, for me, is a victory for myself as well, because it takes so much pride in it. So even if it's not me, if it's someone else, people that come in there and are victorious, I think Nigeria as a whole. It shouldn't be a situation where you feel like, okay, I want to stay in this position, I don't want to give people other chances. So if you feel someone or people are deserving of it, then you let them have a chance. So I feel like as time goes on, would we get more chances? I don't know. But and for me personally, I don't mind even if the administrators we have now, if they're able to bring about that change. For me, I'm fine.
Yes. Also,
it's not about
sorry to cut you. Someone said future FIFA president. I totally agree with that. Future FIFA president.
Amen. Now I'll take that one. That's like my main goal in life. But like I said, the administrators we have now are able to bring about that change. Then we're all going to celebrate because we don't want to keep staying and almost acting like God is a Nigerian and pray to God that we win the 100 meters or all those kind of things.
Okay. Also, I know that before you went into the house, you had a clothing brand. You had your fashion.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that? I know this is my own segment, my life, so I need to hear from you.
Yeah.
And my audience are also listening. So tell us about it.
So I started the clothing line in 2012, 11 with my friend.
Was it just like sportswear? Was it just sportswear? Is it just
No. It was like urban wear. So we had like t-shirts, beanies, snapbacks. So it was just like urban clothing, like every day, something you could just get up and throw on and go out. So when uni then, and it was something we're around like so many students. So we said, okay, we found a gap where, because we wanted our t-shirts to be at like a certain length, because we didn't really like the ones we were buying that time. So my friend and I decided to partner together, and my Congolese, we partnered together to put out like a clothing called Stemai. So I'll tell you this story. I said it just. So we sold we made like 1,000 t-shirts. So the good thing is, it's always good to start with friends. So we sold it to a friend. The friend wore the shirts, came home, put it in the washing machine. By the time he washed it, all the prints and everything went off. And that was like our very first production. So we had to stop selling. Because you can't,
Wow.
one thing you can never do is give people, because you can't give people something that is inferior. We even have like some of the pictures on Facebook. He has like a white something that he had, and we had to cut our losses for that one. A commercial for, and after that commercial, we sold like 200. We sold like 200 t-shirts in a space of like almost 2 weeks or thereabouts. Over 200 in the space of 2 weeks. So that's we have with that brand, and of course, like right now.
Okay, the network is just tripping off and on. Okay, also know that a lot of times when people, can you hear me? Because network is just tripping
Yeah, I can
off
hear
and
you.
on. Really? Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
fine.
can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I mean, apart from the fact that we know you love sports and the things you've been doing, are you also looking at the entertainment industry? Are you looking at
Oh yeah,
exploring? Yeah. So, like, what are you
yeah,
actually looking
definitely.
at? Like, what are you looking at? What are
Yeah.
you looking at doing there?
No, I've always said that the three places my mind is at is sports, entertainment, and fashion. And sometimes when you talk about it, people are like, "But yeah, how can you do sports and do fashion also at the same time?" But people forget that sports and entertainment, or rather, how can you do sports and entertainment at the same time? But sports and entertainment, there's a closeness between both of them, you know.
Yeah.
So for that single fact alone, why not? Like, there's so many parts of entertainment that I could see myself exploring. Because one thing the show gives you is the show helps you explore so many parts of yourself. We were actors while we were there. We were bartenders. We were painters. We were talent
Okay.
judges. We were talent presenters. So things that you were able to do on this show gives you like extra confidence that some of the other sectors maybe you thought you would never be able to achieve things at. So for me, it's sports, entertainment, fashion for sure.
Okay. But are you good? I mean, do you also want to act? That's what I want to know. Like, I want to be specific. Entertainment,
Oh
are you looking at being an
yeah,
actor,
no,
or doing like a cameo appearance or
no, I
something?
would, no, I can't. No, one thing I've learned is to make sure I never limit myself or limit myself in general. So um, judging, well, like a whole lot of things, you know. So to just make sure that I never settle and limit myself.
So also, someone just asked, are you going to do a reality show? One of your fans just asked if you're going to do
A
a
reality
reality
show.
show. Mm.
Listen, I'm just coming out from being on the biggest reality show in the whole world. So which other reality show do I have to do again, please? Like at this point, like I just finished the biggest reality show in the world. For me, there's no one else, but there's no other show that's bigger.
Okay, also back to sports, because I really want to know which club do you support in Nigeria and abroad?
Oh,
Which is your favorite
phew.
club?
Uh, no, okay. I'll say I support Aimba because as a very young a child growing up, I remember when they had Vincent Yama as the goalkeeper and they won two. I remember them winning two CAF Champions League trophies. So a huge fan of them. And abroad is I've always been like a huge Arsenal fan.
Then the foreign club, which is your favorite? Which one are you supporting?
Arsenal and Real Madrid.
Why? Everybody Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean Arsenal because I grew up watching my dad support Arsenal, and I think that time they had Kanu Wanko in the team as well. I just grew up. I've always wanted to be copy and paste things from my dad. So I copy and pasted his love for Arsenal, and I think it grew a whole lot in me. So I'm a huge Arsenal fan. When I was much younger, when Arsenal lose, I wouldn't eat. But now I'm older, I know wiser to eat, even if they win or lose.
So do you think any of this club will win the Laurels this season?
I mean, coming out from the house, I just realized that Arsenal won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. So I was screaming my head out when I realized that we won those trophies, because I didn't see it coming before I went into the house. And this season they've started really well the new season. So most definitely, I'll hang my hat on Arsenal. And Real Madrid did well as well. They won their league, and hopefully they're able to defend their title as well. So yeah, I see both of them. They do have a chance.
Okay. I want to hear from you, because I know you love sports from the bottom of your heart. You know, for a very long time, is it Green Eagles, Nigerian sport has been like dwindling. You know. So what advice do you think? I mean, like, what do you think we can do to gain back our lost glory?
It's back to the whole talk and discussion again about structure.
Because, you know, sorry to cut you, know, last World Cup, you know, we had this Adidas, you know, everybody we were rushing to get that outfit, the one that was the Adidas outfit,
it was
the
Nike,
one that
I think.
Nike, sorry,
was
Nike,
that
the one that
Nike, yeah, it was Nike,
yeah, the one that Wizkid, and you know, Wizkid was like a face of it and everything. You know, we're rushing to buy it, and it was sold out. And we had everybody was looking forward to this. At the beginning it was fun, but later we had things like, oh, the sports guys are not being paid their allowance, and we had all kinds of story. So what do you think can be done for us to regain back that glory? And maybe like we used to be like control, like we used to be ahead of the other African countries when it comes to football. What do you think what do you think can be done for us to gain back our lost glory?
Yeah. No, it's all at this current situation, where like at a point where we feel like we need to improve. But then it's one thing for us to say, yes, we want to. Are we willing to apply ourselves to improve? So until to push the envelope on dedicating ourselves to improve. And that's why I said one thing we have to do is to have a defined academy performance plan. And that academy performance plan has to run through the federation level all through the academy levels. So that way we could understand the type of football players we want to develop. And only until we're able to define and find out the type of football players we want to develop, that's the only time we're really going to improve. So if we can't do that, then we're also going to the drawing board constantly.
Okay. Also, I need to let you know there's a lady. I don't know if Nobu told you about her. She's in the building. She's Uche Madison. For me, I think she was like your number one fan. She was one that dragged me to. You come and say, just watch Ozo's character. Watch the way he behaves. Just watch. This is how a real man should be. I'm sure Nobu told you about her. Must have mentioned that to you.
Yeah. You know, like I've just mentioned maybe a whole lot of people, and that's why in one of my stuff I said I will never be able to thank everyone enough. You know, like you never. And in one of the interviews I just finished on, I said, even for all of us, not just myself, but all of us that have been on that show, the fans are integral to who we are today. You know, and even if I give a speech that has a million words in it, you're never able to thank everyone enough.
Also, I really wanted to give her a shout out because she really was on your case. She was just running around to raise funds for your votes, and you were like, I was like, do you know? And I asked her, do you know Ozo before? Do you know Ozo's mother? Do you know the sister? Do you know? She said no. Ozo has to make the finals. Like, I really needed to give her a shout out. Uche, I'm telling Ozo what you did. I'm exposing you now before everybody what you did when Ozo was in the house. So I need Ozo to give you a shout out.
I give her a shout out now. Hello Uche. I hope you're.
Or should I say, Auntie Uche? Okay, let me correct it. Auntie Uche, what is it? Let me just correct it. She's a big
All right, let's keep
auntie.
it formal. So let's keep it formal then. Hello. Does she have a like a title in front of her name?
Well, we call her. Well, everybody calls her
Okay, that's
auntie
fine.
or Mrs. Madison, Uche Madison.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Jim Addison. I'd like to say thank you for everything you did. I'll never be able to thank you all enough, and you should know from the bottom of my heart, I hope I continue to make you all proud. Thank you, and thank you very much.
She's just here, and I just said that Swanky too came into the building. Swanky Jerry, welcome, welcome to. We're talking to our darling. I told you guys I'm talking to Brad Pitt in my head though. So even if I don't know what to ask Ozo again, I'll just be asking Ozo everything about his shoe size, his best meal, his best food, just to keep him in my life for a while. So we're going to go back to sports because I'm thinking also, do you also have plans to start like your own sports program, like a sports your own sports program, like where you sit down, like analyze sports, like you get guests? Do you have plans to do things something like that?
Yeah. I mean, now, yes, it's like it's been what, like 4 days or 5 days now since I've been outside the house, and one thing I'm grateful for is I have like the best people around me now. So right now, me and them are all looking like now I have lots of media engagements as well. So there's limited time, but we are just making decisions on how we're going to move things forward. And is that part of the plan? Yes, it is. It's always been part of the plan. So we're definitely going to make decisions around that area and what we're going to do.
Okay. Now I've asked Ozo sports. I'm going to go personal. Like, what does he like to eat? The first thing. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? First thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, brush my teeth. And obviously, if you being in Big Brother's house, once the alarm goes, that's the first thing everyone has to do. You have to get up, brush your teeth, and get ready to go to the arena for morning exercises. So it's the same for me even when I'm at home. Just get out of bed, brush my teeth, and get ready to start the day.
And the last thing you do at night before you go to sleep?
Last thing I do at night before I go to sleep, I would like to say I pray every night before I go to sleep. My mom will actually before I go to sleep, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'll still pray before I go to sleep at night.
Okay, I need to ask at least one thing about Biggie's house. What do you miss about Biggie's house right now?
And the whole chop like king lifestyle. You wouldn't have to worry about buying food. Man, like we lived there eating every single time. It's just now people are telling me that, did you know you were eating by 3 a.m.? To me, that 3 a.m. was like 10 p.m. That's what it seemed like to me. So, being in Biggie's house, you're not worried about the lights going off. You're not worried about food, you know? There was always so much food. There was always something to munch on and eat. So I'm definitely going to miss that extra, overly excessive, relaxing lifestyle. Because we all put on weight though. Every single person you see like introduction video, and you see us now, like we all put on a whole lot of weight.
And you guys are looking, but you're looking very fresh, very fresh. I think you're even looking cuter than before. You're looking cuter right now.
Thank you.
Than
Definitely
before. So don't you miss Biggie's voice? Biggie.
I mean, I miss his voice when he's calling me to do things, but when he's calling me to give me a strike, I definitely don't miss those ones. But no, listen, big brother will always have a positive place in my heart, you know, for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
He's given me a platform for me to go on and excel in life. So
by the grace of God, by the grace of God Almighty, you will prosper. So you're going to prosper in Jesus' mighty name. So It's not just being Ozo's fans. We have to be praying for Ozo. Ozo needs our prayer, he needs our support, he needs our love, and any opening, we all know what he loves to do. Please slide into Ozo's DM. Just slide into his DM, and I'm sure he's going to respond to you. And Ozo, we still want to see your face, even if we know that. We love to watch you analyze sports. You know, we're watching you on Saturday or Sunday. We're like for maybe 30 minutes. We are watching you analyze sports and see Ozo. We just want to have that feel about it because Because for me, I think you had a positive light in the house, very peaceful,
Thank
very
you.
matured, and it was even hard to even see you quarrel or fight with anybody. You're so peaceful. I mean, how did you manage it? Even when you had this thing with Prince, you apologized and that was it. I mean, is it like, is that how you have in real life, or because of I don't know, because you're before the camera? Is this who the other that we know outside the house?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you look at me and you think I'm cold water, then wait till you meet my dad. He's the calmest member you ever meet. I know I kept saying
Wow.
it. I think sometimes people almost got tired because I'll meet you. The first thing I'll be like, "Oh yeah, my dad this. If I could be 70% of the man he is, and all those things." No, it's that's just how he is. The most humble person you ever meet. So for me, I've always wanted to copy and paste him in my life. So it's just me trying to be like him. And I grew up in an environment like that, an environment where there wasn't so much confrontation. So you grow up in a very calm, love, care, protection kind of environment. You have a huge possibility to this, and I'm grateful myself and my sisters did.
Yeah. Also, can I ask for a favor? Can you imitate the way bbnaija calls in the house when he wants to summon you to the
Oh,
diaries session?
so it's going to be like, this is Big Brother. Also, report to the diary room. So yeah, because he could always call me also for one reason. So no, actually, no. I think now that I said it, that gave me the chills, to be honest. Because like no, maybe it's chill. Maybe someday I'll get surprised. Maybe I'll be somewhere doing something, or maybe achieve the great landmark somewhere, and then Big Brother will just give me a shout out. That'll be really nice. I'm probably going to lose my head if that happens. Yeah, that'll be nice if it happens someday.
Yeah. And I also know that you made a lot of good friends in the house, a lot of beautiful friends in the
I did.
house. And
I did.
who do you when everybody's out of the house, you're gonna still be close to and still hang out with?
First of all, I met 19 great people, and I said it in my diary sessions where I told Big Brother, I was like, listen, 19 of these people here, they've all done something positive for me.
Sorry to cut you. One of your fans just said that please tell us how to do that special wink. Can you do that wink for your fan?
Oh,
Not
no,
your
this
special
one. Yeah.
He's done it for you. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, no. So it's met 19 great people there, and at a certain point, every single one of them, they all did something positive for me, and I believe no man in this world is a self-made man. Anyone that tells you they're a self-made man, then run away from that person, because you no one is. So for that single fact alone, I'm definitely like open to having great friendships with like every single 19 of the officers I met in Big Brother's house.
Okay. So also, I'm gonna ask you one question. If you have this opportunity right now to go for a luxury weekend, what are the 5 things you're gonna take along with you?
Luxury weekend.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go with go with plantain chips. I'll go with I'll go with a video game. I'll go with my shorts. I'll go with my do-rags, and I'll go with my.
And you have to go with one person, not just you alone. With one person, and like 4 things you want to take along to chill.
So a triplet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday was my little sister's birthday, so yeah, I'm definitely going to take her because everything she did for me the whole time I was in the house. Yeah, it's been awesome. Like coming out from the house and seeing all she's done for me. So now, if I had to take that one person, today I'll have to compensate for her birthday that was yesterday. I'm definitely going to take her for sure.
Yeah. Also, for you, what makes a man a real man?
I I thought every man is
You know
different,
how
you
they
know?
say it in Igbo language, dim and okay. Makes a man. I mean, what makes a man a real man?
Yeah. Um, I think every man is different. But if you ask me one thing, I'll say a man should be built on is a man should have honor, dignity, loyalty as well. So
Yeah.
if you're and you should be able to be humble. So I think these three things, these four things for me are important to for a man to be a man. So those are the things I would say a man should be.
Okay. Also, um, your fans are. I mean, your fans. I'm sure maybe Nengi's fans. They are on my case that she's crushing on Ozo so much. She's not asking about Nengi. Are you guys not tired of him talking
Well,
about Nengi? Don't worry, you guys. Don't worry. They say I'm crushing on you. Don't worry, you guys. Chill. Ozo is still there. Don't we're still flowing. Okay. I'm reading the comments. It's just so hilarious. Don't worry.
okay,
Ozo,
okay, no,
we're still
sure,
flowing. Ozo is still here.
sure.
He's tired though. So, but I'm going to just ask him for a few questions and I'll let him go. Okay. Yes, we know. Yes, Nengi said it 2 days ago that she misses Ozo. Yes, I saw that. I watched it too. I'm just trying to read from the comment section. So, Ozo,
Yeah.
see that your name has entered everybody's mouth. Ozo, Ozo. So maybe my next baby, I have to give him Ozo. I have to give him Ozo.
You
Somebody
know, like
around me must.
the full name is Ozemena.
Yeah.
But everyone at home, like everyone that calls me also. So that's kind of why I
Yeah.
chose the name going into the house.
Okay, tell us the meaning of Ozomena. Tell us the meaning of your name.
Okay. So they gave birth to me shortly after uh, my dad's younger brother, my dad's younger brother's wife passed on.
Yeah.
So my granddad and my parents said Ozemena because it means that thing should not happen again. It's like a prayer, so it's
Okay.
like asking God like this sad
Mm.
situation should not happen again.
Mm.
So it sounds like a name trying to bring about good luck and good fortune and being blessed as well.
Okay. Um, you also remember that in the house you were very close to Neo.
Mm.
You guys were were like best friends and everything, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do we see you guys continue the friendship outside the house, or is just part of the game?
No, there's no game here. Like me personally, going into that house, I, my parents and my sisters told me just go in there, have an open mind, and that's what I did.
Mm.
Like I was never going to go into that house and say I wanted to have a game plan because I was told even I was telling the housemates I said make sure you don't have a Hadaino moment, you know.
Mm.
So you go into the house, you be yourself. So if you
Mm.
get evicted week 1 or week 2, you could look back on
Mm.
it and be like, okay, I got evicted, you know.
Mm.
But if you let your game plan and you get evicted week 1 or week 2, then you start asking
Mm.
yourself, okay, what if I went with a different game plan, or what if I was myself, you know? So it's
Mm.
better not to have a hard dining moment or to wish that you'd have done things differently. So for me personally, I went in there having an open mind and I definitely met so many great people, like you said, including you. And I know that there's a whole thing about when we had to do the Johnny Walker thing, where both of us were called Apple Boys, Apple Boys.
Mm.
So now me and him share so many great moments in the house for
Yeah.
sure.
He
He's a great
misses you a
guy.
lot.
Oh, he's a great
Misses.
guy. I'm going to be happy because in the finale he's going to be wearing the pocket square that I gave him. So
Mm.
he's a good guy.
Yeah, but the truth is that me personally, a lot of us were heartbroken because we just felt that you're supposed to be in that
Final.
final
Yeah,
final group.
5. No. I even when Big Brother asked me about when we're 7, I said I wouldn't replace anyone when we're 7. Same thing now. I wouldn't replace any of the 5 people in the house now with anyone, including myself, because there's a reason why they're there. They're deserving to be there as well. So you
Yes.
just like for me, if you ask me, they all deserve 5 of them all deserve to be there, and I'm really happy for them.
Mm. Okay. Also, I know you're tired because I know you guys have been doing media rounds. I wish this can go on because it's a beautiful, educative interview. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
Even your fans think I'm crushing on you. They say, she's crushing on us. But we all know that Ozo is very handsome, he's cute, and
Thank you very much.
every woman needs us. If and I have a daughter, I have a daughter, and I must say it here that if she gets to a marriageable age, I pray she meets a man like you.
Thank you
I
very
pray
much.
she meets a man
It's an
like
honor.
Ozo in
Thank
her
you.
life because people don't understand when you have a man who gives you this genuine love, attention. So I pray that my daughter meets an Ozo in her life in future by the grace of God. I'm sealing it with the
Thank you.
word by the grace of God. Okay, this is my last
Thank you
question,
very
so I
much.
can let you go and rest because I know you guys must have had a really busy day. We all know how you feel about Nengi. If she comes out of the
Yeah.
house and she's willing, will you still go for it?
I mean, currently now she is something I've said multiple times now. Is she's still in the house, myself, I'm here, and as she's in the house, I'm really, really rooting for her to win. And I know if you look at the numbers, you look
That's
at
so
Lacon's numbers.
that's so sweet of you. So sweet.
Yeah,
So sweet
yeah.
of
So
you.
yeah, because if you look at Lacon's look, like no one would catch up. But the truth is, like, you never know. And I think it's important for everyone to still push and vote for Nengi as well. I'm really rooting for her to win. Myself, right now, I'm out here and I'm really focused on the things I want to achieve in life. So that's what we talk about, is like sports, entertainment, fashion. So that's where my heart is on. I'm really pushing to achieve and lay the foundation, because being in the house is like being on a vacation. To leave the house. So for me now, I have 1 week and the work has started. So I'm just focused on that side. At the end of the day, time will always tell us everything we need to know in life.
Yeah, time will tell. Did you watch the clip about 2 days ago where she saw your family pictures and she was looking at you and said that, oh, you guys are so cute, so cute. Like, she saw your family picture. I think you forgot it in the house when you were leaving. You left it in the house. So she saw it and she was flipping through your family pictures, and she was saying,
No,
"Oh, that you guys are so cute. Your mom is cute. That your mom looks so young." And did you see that part? Did you
no,
watch it?
no, no, I did. Like, honestly, now it's just bypassing that. If I pass the place where like the show is on, like now I'm just trying to focus on like pushing all these other things that I want to push. I mean, like when the show is on, yeah, I would watch, but right now it's just pushing for things that I really want to achieve with my career as well.
Anyway, let me just say my own here. I like you and Nengi together, Shao. I just pray that when she comes out, I pray it works. And I know we are going to buy a Shebi. God knows. Let's just put it in the hands of God. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and we wish you guys the best, and also wish you the best. And I pray that God opens doors for you,
Thank you very much.
and everything you
Thank you.
touch now
Amen.
that you're out, God will bless you. God will
Amen.
bless you that you will not even believe what will happen to you by the special grace of God. So all
Amen.
of us fans, we should just pray for him, and any opportunity, any doors open that you think he can, let's just get across to him. If you don't have Ozo's number, send him a DM or something, and by the special grace of God, Ozo will succeed. He will make it in Jesus'
Amen.
mighty name. Ozo,
Amen.
thank you for coming on the live.
I also like to say a huge thanks to GoTV, DSTV, MultiChoice.
Yeah,
They've literally
yeah,
changed my life.
yeah.
Without them, I wouldn't be here. And I would like to say a huge thanks to all the Superior fans. Like, without the fans, I wouldn't be here as well. I wouldn't have had 9 amazing weeks of my life being in the house. So I'm really grateful, and I'll remain grateful for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, what I'm thinking. It'd be nice to see Ozo have his own sports program on GoTV or DSTV. And Superiors, if you guys are ready, we can start a hashtag DSTV and GoTV, and tell them that they need to give Ozo a sports program on their channel. So let's keep seeing Ozo, not just after BB, we won't see Ozo again. Let's keep seeing him on the screen doing his sports program and everything. So thank you so much. I have to let you go now. And those fans, thank you for coming on our live. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I hope you all had fun.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys, let's start a hashtag for Ozo DSTV. They must give Ozo a sports program. Okay? You guys slide into my DM. Let's create a hashtag and start tagging DSTV and GoTV. We must give him a sports program. Because Ozo is good at, I mean, like, Ozo even taught me a lot. I didn't really know about sports, about sports today. I learned something. I think you should come back on our screen. Let's see him analyze what he loves best. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for coming on. All right, Ozo, see you soon by the grace of God. For coming on. And have a lovely day. And may God Almighty open doors for you. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. We all pray. All your fans, we all pray.
Amen.
All right, dear.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Have a great evening as well.
Yeah. Bye. My regards to your mom too.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. I'll let her know. Good night.
Good night. How do I end this thing? Thank you guys for coming on. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Also, fans, supporters, let's wish him well and pray that God open doors for him. And I hope you guys had a nice time with Ozo tonight. Can you also see that Ozo is a sweet gentleman, very unproblematic, doesn't have stress, you know. So okay, I have to go now. Oh, thank you. You guys will slide into his DM if you have any jobs for him. We'll just push it. Ozo must make it. We have to be very proud of him. Me, I'm a romantic. Me, I like love. I'm a romantic. Thank you. We lost it. You didn't save it on your phone. But did you stop at where my own stop? After so what?
Video post. That's what he's saying.
So why you worried? If you recorded the own, why are you worried about this one?
I can show you. I recorded it. I'm just worried about this one. Is post now. It's not.
People cannot wait, yeah. They don't scatter my listing.
I had over 3,000 views now. People on it.
For Zoabi?
I know.
Yeah, that means he has fans, though.
What 3,000?
Tricky to reach 500. Tricky to reach 500. So what I will see my disappear better than
I'm seeing.
When did you stop recording?
When you said we have to go now.
But okay,
I got everything.
Well, I said bye-bye, it was for you.
Yeah.
Thank God. Funny. And just flowed. Because I didn't even use to commit the interview, so all the company just gave me